Oh, never mind. It does it for know that. Hi guys. Welcome to the first episode of Trading Daddies. This is a podcast that is geared towards damn near everybody, really, whoever wants to listen. I don't give a fuck. But hosted by me, Nico Reyes, and my co-host John Co. We are a podcast of just two regular dads trying to work at home, right? Working from home, trying to make some extra cash through the marketplace, and we're here to talk about that. We're here to talk about life experiences. We're here to talk about anything and everything under the sun that pertains to life, family, and friends, and having fun. Right? How lives have been changed. I've known John for how many years now, dude?
Quite some time.
Oh, 05. I believe it's 05. The first time I ever met you was 05, right?
Yeah, quite some time, yeah.
Yeah. Shit, dude, 05. Can you imagine that? We've known each other for how many years now? Fuck.
That was when we were doing a lot of dumb shit.
A lot of dumb shit.
And now I got 3 kids.
Life has definitely fucking changed, right?
Yeah.
Life has changed. Me, on the other hand, gone through what? A divorce? 2 kids? A divorce? 2 kids? Right?
I'm about to have another one too. Congrats.
No. You, dude, the odds are negative 567 that you're gonna have another child, bro.
Favorites. And in this channel, we're also going to talk about a lot of sports betting.
No.
Degeneracy.
No.
How are you going to bet 567 for me to have another baby? That's
a hammerlock. That's a hammerlock. That's like me buying 1 share of Google, knowing that it's going to pump up 10% tomorrow and getting out of it.
You're betting that I'm going to have another kid.
Or I'll take the day trade out of it. I'll just take a round trip. I'll take a round trip because I know it's going to pop before it drops, right?
Bro, 3 is a handle. 3 is crazy.
Okay.
I can't imagine 4.
Take me through a day of having 3 kids, because I wouldn't know. I want to know.
Man, it's like, so I have a 4-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 4-month-old. And God bless, my wife. She does completely everything. I don't do anything in this house. I'm a lazy bum. And I'm proud of that, like when I tell her, oh, I wash the dishes, I'm going to tell her all day, I wash the dishes. Earlier, there was a pile of dishes. And you know what she would tell me? I vacuumed, I scrubbed the toilet with your shit on it. I vacuumed, I watered the grass, washed the car. But 3 is a handle, man. Like, kids are a blessing, but man, they fuck shit up, bro. They're expensive for all the dads out there, parents. You already know. A 3 is a handle. Anything above that, man, I don't even know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do.
I'm good.
Yeah. So I'm just telling you guys right now, my 4-month-old already weighs 19 pounds.
That's a man already, dude. That's a man.
Bro, that's a sack of potatoes, man.
That's a man, dude. That's a man.
That's a sack of potatoes.
That's a man. You're gonna be familiar with the sack of potatoes pretty soon, right?
Yeah, man. Like I'll tell you right now. So I'll tell you a story. So my 4-month-old, okay, has been having massive shits, right? Killing his diapers. Shit like reaching all the way his back. I'm like, fuck.
Big blowouts
for 2-3 days straight. And I was like, babe, why is he shitting like that much? I mean, he's not eating anything different. It's just your milk. 5 seconds later, you know me, I opened my mouth. I was like, babe, you know what? It might be your milk. Your milk's sour as fuck. Oh, she fucking smacked the shit out of me, bro.
How are you going to stand there? Like, my question for you is, how the fuck are you going to stand there, right? How are you going to stand there and then blame blame the main source of nutrition for your son on your wife's phone. Bro, that is cold. You're a cold
Bro,
case.
my wife smacked the shit out of me so hard. I was like, you know what? And at that time, Tyler, my son was on her titty, right? And I was like, let me try it. Move on. Scoot over. And then my son just got it like this, just stared at me. I'm like, oh hell no.
I give you one of these. What do you mean, my turn?
Bro, it's hard. It's hard to have three kids, and on top of that, we're moving. We're moving to a different state. A lot of things are going on right now, and a little bit of my background. I am working from home. I trade for a living, and I'm heavy in marketing right now. And right now, we're doing this podcast to basically uh, tell all the dads out there, that everything's going to be okay, that you can work from home. And we, this is the biggest topic that we're going to talk about today is working from home.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And it is becoming the norm now, especially right now in this generation. I think it's going to keep going on and on. Right now, it's just the beginning when it comes to working from home.
I think
Man, we're gonna have fun.
yeah, we
This
are.
is a very exciting topic because
We are.
like my mind is racing right now when it comes to working from home. For the ones who do not work from home, it's fine. I was in the restaurant industry for what 15 years. I miss it. But working from home, it was super hard to
Mhm.
adjust. You know,
I think this is a very solid topic too, because I feel
yeah.
like, I mean, as a dad, as a father, like you wake up in the morning and think about like, oh shit, what can I put on the table today, right? What can I do to make ends meet so that my family can be comfortable? And let's be real, like,
Pause. Pause.
yeah,
First of all, you made 18,000 in 1 week.
shut the fuck up, dude. I did not make $18,000 in 1 week. Lock it up. You lock it up when you talk to me. You don't do that.
I was not supposed to mention that.
No,
Well, well,
no, that was a lucky win, right? That was a lucky win.
and we're going to talk about the stock market as well. And
Definitely.
the best part about this podcast is it's educational. We're going to talk about current events, current topics. For the viewers, we would love for you guys to hang in there and like enjoy this journey because
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be moving. Nico's going to be buying a mansion soon.
Nah, I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna look at the mansion, but I'm not gonna buy a mansion.
Um, so yeah, I'm excited for this journey. And
Yeah,
sorry
definitely,
to cut you
definitely.
off.
So,
Go ahead and splurge about your week.
going to buying a mansion, right? Can you imagine having a mansion? I can't live in one just because of the sheer size of it, right? First and foremost, I don't want to pay anybody to clean. Secondly, I don't want to clean. B, can you imagine having 7 rooms with only 3 people living in the house? That's scary as fuck, right?
In Idaho, majority of the houses over there are huge. Like
I
we
bet.
we saw a 7 room, 8 bathroom house, 6 bathroom. Insane. Like how many bathrooms do you need, bro?
But you have a farm. Like
That too.
literally, where you live right now, you have a farm.
Yeah. I do have chickens. I have quails. Oh man, let's talk about this real quick. 2 minutes. My ducks just had ducklings. 10 ducklings. They're so cute. Tiny
Yeah.
little ones. Yeah, they were swimming. My chickens just laid eggs, and we're gonna get chicks soon. My Doberman is currently pregnant, and
Too many
yeah,
fucking
I
animals,
think
dude.
we're about to have at least like 5 to 6 puppies,
Shit.
and
Big ass. That's a big ass farm.
yeah, I'll tell you another story. This happened yesterday. Fresh. Me and my wife. We were at the patio, and we were staring at the Doberman because she was just laying there. She's tired. She's big. She's bloated. She's about to pop. And then we were just staring at her, we're like, man, that's so cute. That's what my wife said. Aw. And you know me, I have a smart mouth.
Yeah.
I told my wife, I was like, babe, and I kind of like backed up because I know she's gonna smack me.
Do you have that? Like, do you have that innate That's my first gut reaction is to like,
But the
I'm gonna
thing,
say something, but I'm gonna be right here.
but the thing is, like, I already knew that what I was gonna say is fucked up, and she's probably gonna like either smack me or throw something at me. And then I was like, babe, like that is cute, but when you was pregnant, you wasn't doing shit like that. Like you were just laying down. Oh, she fucking chased
Yeah,
me.
I bet.
She
No, I
fucking
bet.
chased me.
See, see, that's the reason why I put the odds at negative 567, bro. That's a hammer lock. That's a lock. That's a lock, dude. Let me even parlay that you'll follow it up with another one,
Yeah.
bro. Let me parlay that. So,
Um, but yeah, we're everyone's pregnant here except for my wife.
have you tried making balut yet, dude?
Oh, so balut is it's a Filipino delicacy. Is it a delicacy?
You know
It's
what I've
just
noticed,
food,
dude? We're
you
not the
know?
only country that does that.
Huh?
We're not the only country that does that.
Who else?
From what I understand, is Vietnam does it too. I'm pretty sure the Chinese do it. Right? Any Southeast Asian country has most likely have their own
I
version
didn't know
of
that.
unfertilized duck eggs,
I
but
didn't
it
know
is
that.
it is it is delicious. It
I
is
didn't know that.
delicious.
I mean, I did like I would only drink the juice. That's it. I would not eat anything else.
What about the yolk?
Oh man, I eat a lot of
Yeah.
eggs because my chickens, we get about like 30 eggs a day.
Costco must hate you. Like they're gonna just
Yeah,
walk in
bro.
here and
Like
not buy
we
a
just
bag of
give
eggs.
eggs away.
Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, I can't stand the fact that you got to eat everything in there.
you don't have to.
It's weird. That feeling in your mouth. Ugh.
It's like if you ever like eat one and go fucking feather.
Yeah. It's good warm though, or
It's
hot.
delicious water.
Well, it's
I
supposed to
mean,
be hot.
the
Yeah.
soup is good, and the funny thing that we call it soup when it's really not soup. I really want to know what it's made out of.
Wait,
It's
you
not
can
soup.
you can make a soup out of it.
No, you can make a soup out of it, but when you crack the balut, right, and you sip the juice, that's juice. Like, but where does it come from? Like, I want to know.
That better not be chicken piss
It can't be.
or the chick piss.
I mean, if you really think about it, dude, because it's
Oh, I'm
already
gonna
like a
research
form.
that. I'm gonna have to research
It's
that.
already formed, right? It's already formed.
But
I
where is
mean,
it pissing?
but is it cooked? This is a very high question, and we're not even high.
I should have smoked for this, bro.
You should have smoked.
Oh, for the ones out there, please support your local businesses.
Support your local businesses.
I need a
Powered
hiccup.
by Rio Vista
Rio
Farms.
Vista Farms.
Rio Vista Farms sponsored this podcast.
People are gonna ask, "What the fuck is Rio Vista Farm?" It's a dispensary, bro.
Is it the only one in Contra Costa? I'm pretty sure there's more,
No, there's also Cocoa Farms.
but they're in the same area.
Yeah, yeah,
They're in the same area.
yeah. I live in Antioch. I can't go to my dealer no more. I'm not trying to get stabbed or shot. Like, I'd rather go to a dispensary where like there's security guards.
Oh, dude, thanks for bringing that up because this is what I've been thinking about. Remember when we were kids? You had to like, in order for you to get weed, you had to call somebody who
Yeah.
knew somebody, right? There was like three layers of like calls in order for you to get weed. You know what I miss? I miss going into a car and just having a really weird, awkward conversation with the dealer. You remember that? Dude, you know, like how accessible, like, dude, kids today will never know how hard it is to get weed. To get weed and quality weed, right? Quality weed. Like, give me your first, like, weed buying experience.
Oh, dude, my he's still alive because my dealer back then. Well, he still is, but I haven't reached out to him in a while. He he's in his 70s and he obviously he grows them, right? He in his
Mm-hmm.
backyard. And one time how I met him was through work, and he went up to me and said, this was way back then, and said, hey, I got some good stuff. And I was like, good stuff? Like, what are you talking about? He went to his trunk. I was like, oh shit, like, you don't need to work. Why are you here? And he said, oh, it's because of my wife. I don't want to be at home because my wife always bitches at me. I was like, I kid you not, this guy, he's like in his 70s, right? Like, but he doesn't look 70. He's in good shape. So I followed him to his house. Him and I became best friends actually. And he's from might be Vietnam or no, he's from Thailand because they owned a restaurant too. And his wife, man, his wife, who I became great friends with as well, would always cook for me. And then I told my dealer, I was like, why do you hate being home? Like, your wife cooks like amazing food. I'm gonna come over all the time now.
Yeah,
I don't even care about the weed. I'm just gonna come here and
yeah.
eat. And he was like, well, like if you're married for a long time, you just get sick of it, you just want like some space. And I was like, I would never understand that. Like, like I chose to work from home because I'd rather see my family. And this guy, he wants to leave the house even
Wants to
though
leave the house.
he's growing a farm, making six, figures a year easy, and he's working a part-time job just to get away from home. I would never understand that. I'm not sure if the folks that are watching, would understand that. Maybe because we're in our 30s, we're still
Hmm.
young. Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, just walk in.
Me on the other hand,
Babe,
I mean,
I want you to this is Nico right here.
Hi.
hi.
Sorry, the baby's on the bed.
It's all good.
Hi. No, Daddy's working. That's all right.
That's Melanie.
Hi.
Oh, this is live, by the way.
Huh?
This is live.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I'm recording from home. You're recording from
Yeah.
home. We can't stop life, right? But
That's
think
my wife.
like,
She talks hella shit. She's hella nice. She would be nice if she introduced herself, but behind your back, she'll fucking talk shit behind your back.
no, think like back to your point. Like you're right. Like, dude, it. I find it. I find it that it's easy to. It's hard for me to understand that point. It's hard for me to understand that point where you
Being at
want to do
home.
anything and everything to get away from home because I love being home.
I know, me too. I love it
That's my
now.
shiz, dude. That's my shiz. I don't remember the last Friday night that I was jonesing to go out because I don't like I
I'd rather
what am I
stay at
gonna
home,
do?
man. I'd
What am I
rather
gonna
be
do
a kid.
outside? You know how weird that is? Like for like I mean like for single people, go ahead. That's you. You do you, right? Because that's what you do. But for those who are, already, you know, married and happy, like when was the last time you guys went out? Right? Not even as a couple, but like just, just for you to go out with whoever. I I like being home. That's my thing, dude.
Yeah,
If I'm not home, I feel homesick. I feel lost,
yeah.
right? Because I love my family. That's just the way it is. Like I love being home with my wife and my
But
and my kids.
but you've also worked, out in the field, right?
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, I'm working from home from my current job,
right.
right? From my current job, is I'm working from home still, which I'm lucky to still be employed. Thankfully,
Yeah.
and making the best out of it. But at the same time, the reason why we are starting this is because I reached out to you what 2 months ago,
Yeah.
and I told you that we've been talking about this for a long time. We've been talking about learning how to trade for years, right? John would always slide in my DMs and say, "Hey, you ready? You
You
ready?
ready?
Right?
Hey, you
You
know
ready?"
what? That is one of the best. I don't want to say pickup lines, but a sales line.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for better?
There you go. Are you ready? For the ones who are listening, because I actually took sales class, and one of the biggest line is like, it's not even pushy. It's not pushy at all.
Hmm.
It's me giving you the ball, and what are you gonna do with it?
Yeah. Right. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
That's a that's a closing line.
Yeah, it is.
That's a
It
closing
is.
line, right? There's different closings.
Yeah.
There's different ways to close, right? You could always say, "You want this in a size 8? let me grab this right now. If you're in retail, you want this in a size whatever,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or sign on the dotted line, right? Because you're assuming it, right? But that's more of the aggressive approach. But when you say, "Are you ready?"
Yeah.
that opens up a conversation so that your client or whoever you're trying to close asks questions instead of jumping in it head on without any type of knowledge. I think that's
Bro,
yeah. I like that. I like that.
you're in sales, so you should know. Yeah, but that line is so strong, and I use
Powerful.
it when I do my marketing and my ads. You know, I how I convert responses to actual customers is I ask that powerful line, "Are you ready?" You know.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's how he closed me. He said, "Are you ready?" And at the time, I was already working from home. I think this was like around March or April. April. He was like asking me, but I wasn't ready. I was still waiting for some capital. I mean, it's not easy to start trading. God damn, it's not easy. But when I was ready, right, I reached back out to him and I said, "Hey, you know what? Show me the ropes."
Yeah.
Right, and graciously enough he did, and that's where we are right now. I mean, it's not the easiest road, right? You can't expect to make a big splash,
Yep.
right? It's not as easy as picking a stock and watching it go up. There's so many variables to each play,
Yep.
and I realized that like I can't just pick, hey, let's buy X ticker to see it grow and let it watch. Like there's so many movements throughout the day that you need to be aware of, and you really have to pay attention because you could lose so much in the blink of an eye, right? But you could also make so much in the blink of an eye. Like yesterday, funny story. My wife was watching us because it was like a huge. I'll tell you guys a story about Apple later, right? So we're watching it grow, and it was a historic day for Apple, right? So it popped, and my wife was like, "What are you doing?" I'm watching it. I can't take my eyes off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes, "Blink." I did. I looked up, and I was like, "Oh!" Like it's definitely a rush. And as I said, at a blink of an eye, it could go up, it can go down, and if you don't pay attention or stick to the fundamentals and have, as John would tell you, each and every day he would tell you, please follow your trade plans. Have a trade plan. Don't get greedy. Know when to get out. Know when to get in. You will be fine. That's what I've learned in this whole ordeal. And John, for sure. I mean, he's the master of it all. From my
Oh yeah,
perspective, I
fucking
learned everything that I knew from him. I'm pretty sure that there's so many more lessons to learn, and we're learning along the way. But if we're looking for fundamentals, you're looking for a way to do this without having your emotions be a big part of it, right? Because that's a lot of people right now. I mean, can you attest to that? Can you attest to that? Like a lot of people right now are in the stock market, but they're only trading on emotions.
yeah. That's and you can see that every single day. When we talk about emotions, we're talking about fear of missing out or fear of losing. Plain and simple, just fear. You know,
Mm-hmm.
emotions and fear go hand in hand when it comes to trading or investing because there's always that fear in the back of your head saying you might lose money. What are you gonna do? You know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're first of all, if you have that fear already before even getting into the market, don't don't because investing and trading there's always risk involved, just like anything else. You know, I'll use your bank as an example. Why does the bank tell you that they have insurance on your funds, right? Because they want to eliminate that fear, right?
Mm-hmm.
They want to eliminate that fear. If the stock market gave you an insurance on your investments, then hell, everyone will dump money in the stock market. But see the potential if you compare the banks to the stock market. You know, you put $1,000 in a bank. watch it grow, watch it for a year. I guarantee you the bank's going to give you like what, $1, $2.
Lucky, dude. I finally got a penny.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been banking with them for
Probably didn't
years,
meet
and I
the
got a
minimum.
penny.
You probably didn't meet the minimum
I
requirement.
finally meet the minimum.
Yeah.
I'm not that poor.
Yeah. But if you invest the same amount of money, like let's say $1,000 in Apple, January 1st to December 31st, you probably would have made $300 off of that thousand, okay,
Mm-hmm.
or more, because
Or more.
Amazon doubled, within a year.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And that's what you're like. Yes, that is the potential pop and the potential chase that you're going to go for, right? But without the fundamentals and without looking at it in a way where it's data driven as opposed to emotions,
yes.
right? You're gonna lose 100% of the time. You're gonna get lucky. Think about it like it's sports betting, right? Why are there so many traders now? Why are there so many? They call us retail traders, right? Why are there so many more retail traders now? Before sports is out,
Yep.
right? Right. If sports is back now, but I mean, people have already tasted the market. They're not going to go back,
Yeah.
right? And we're all stuck at home. Like you may have some disposable income to play around. Why not let it grow? Like you could have a savings.
Yeah.
Perfect. Have a savings, right? That's technically your nest egg, right? But I look at it as a that's dead money, because that's either going to move one penny tomorrow or no pennies at all, right? But if you take that dead money and let it work for you, that's what we want to get to,
Yeah.
right? We want to get to a point where week in and week out we're explaining how we play, what we play, and what our wins are. So maybe the people out there could get some tidbits and some lessons and try to see if it's for them. It's not for everybody,
Yeah.
right? But working from home, that's where we are. What else are you going to do to fill up your time?
Man, we can go talk about, trading all day long, but we're gonna break it into segments, every week,
Yeah,
once a week.
definitely.
Yeah. And but what we want to talk about is our week. How did our week go? Go ahead.
You go first.
Me? I had this week was actually one of our better weeks. Um, because first of all, it's earnings season, earnings all week, which is crazy. The one of the biggest companies um, that put out great earnings this week: Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, and
Fang socks.
Fang stocks,
Fang.
right? And you know what? What's funny is because people tell us that we're in a recession, or people tell us that we're in a depression. If your neighbor tells you that, oh, we're in a Great Depression, then why the hell is Apple, Amazon, like all these companies are hitting all-time highs, right?
I mean,
My biggest question to you right now is, if we are so cash strapped, us
mhm.
people, like lower class, middle class, whatever class you are in, if they call this a Great Depression, then who's buying Apple products? Who's buying stuff from Amazon? For
Mhm.
them to hit all of these, goals and guidance and sales revenue, someone has to be buying stuff, right? Where is this money coming from? So why are people telling us that unemployment's high? People are losing jobs. If people are losing jobs, then why are these companies hitting all-time highs?
I mean,
That's
I
my
mean,
biggest question.
I'm not an economist.
Yeah.
I'm not, by any means. I don't know. What I know is what I know,
Yeah.
right? And what I feel in terms of what I see. I mean, in the news, everywhere, right? News articles. I mean,
Mhm.
we're at home all day. What are we going to do? Like, I mean, yeah, spend your time with the family. Love your family. Cook food, right? That's healthy for you. And I'm not. Look at me, right? But think about it. Like, if you're on your phone all day, you have technically three options, right? One is to look at memes all day, which we do.
That's what I do. That's what I do all day. I talk shit.
we look at memes all day, right? You're already scrolling forever,
Yeah.
right? You're scrolling forever. You're either that or you're on the news sites trying to inform yourself. I mean, we need to know, the truth. I mean, people have less desirable sources of news for sure,
Yeah.
right?
TikTok.
Um, huh?
TikTok.
I mean, dude, let's talk about TikTok later. I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into that. Um, and 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 what else? I mean, we're still generating ad revenue.
Yeah. It's
That's
crazy.
what it is.
Google, Facebook, they fucking killed it. Facebook killed it,
Yeah.
you know? And someone has to be buying, these big companies' products. And if people are telling us, oh, where is this money coming from? Obviously, it's not from someone's, bank account. The government is pumping money. But it's not
Oh yeah,
enough.
definitely.
But
I
it's
mean,
not enough,
cutting
though.
rates. It's not enough. But dude, imagine like capitalism is a never-ending machine. Let's put that out there, right? It's a never-ending machine. There's always going to be that's what capitalism is: finding an opportunity and making money off of that opportunity,
Yeah.
right? Advertising, right, is a great way. You open up a website and an ad pops up,
Yep.
right? You have a conversation with your wife, and Google says, "Hey, you were talking about a purple mattress." Like, like, in what, like, how? I know you're listening to me, you asshole,
Um,
right?
I'll
Hold
tell
on,
you a
let
little
me let me
story.
get to my point. Let me get to my point.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Let me get to my point. So I think, in my opinion, right? I may be wrong. Please, people, correct me if I'm wrong, right? I think what it is the government is only reporting um, industrial numbers that you could put your hand on, like tangible products that they're producing, right? But they're not thinking about what kind of ad revenues or intangible revenue like these companies are making hand over fist, right? Because you're bombarded. Like, dude, Procter and Gamble spends X amount, millions, even billions, maybe on advertising. And when you're scrolling down Instagram, you're scrolling down Facebook or Google or whatever, that shit pops up, right? Buy this, buy like Clorox. Who owns Clorox? Clorox owns Clorox, obviously, but they're going to spend X amount to tell you to keep your shit clean. What are you going to do? Buy Clorox. You're going to buy Clorox products. All right. And what do we do with that information? Us, retail traders. What do we do when people buy Clorox? We buy Clorox shares.
Yeah. Simple.
So that right there, if we're following the money, that gives us the ammo that we use on a day-to-day basis, or maybe social sentiment to make our plays. But yeah, back to your Google story.
That no, that you're right, and that's your fundamentals right there. It just makes sense. You go to Costco, Walmart, any grocery store, right? The past 3 months, what's the first thing that you look for? Clorox wipes,
Mm-hmm.
bleach, anything that will sanitize your home, your car, whatever. And they're always out of. They were out of stock of like bleach and wipes, hand sanitizers for like months, and
For the
then
longest time,
it just started appearing, and
I was washing my hands with whiskey
or vodka.
or
You're
vodka.
going like this.
I'm not drinking this shit.
Anyways, so what we are experiencing, and I'm not an economist as well, okay, but I've had my fair share of the stock market. We are in one of the biggest transfers of wealth in our generation. I'm not talking about, transferring from your checking account to your savings. We're talking about the lower class becoming poorer, middle class, becoming poorer. We're buying phones that are $2,000. We get on Facebook and all of these ads are just bombarded on our face. And I'll tell you a story. Me and my wife, we were on the couch, no TV on. Okay, our phones were like right next to us. Okay, obviously we were conversing, and we were talking about getting an LLC attorney,
Mm-hmm.
right, for our business. We were talking about it for 15 minutes, and went to bed. The following day, I get on Instagram, I get on Facebook, I scroll down, hire an attorney. And then I clicked on it. It says hire an online attorney. And I was like, what the freak?
Make you do a double take, huh?
Yeah, and then I told my wife, I was like, who was listening to us? I did not search on Google that, hey,
Mhm.
online attorney or LLC. This shit's
Yeah,
bro, this shit's listening to us.
I'm telling you, bro. I mean, let's not. I mean, there may be people who think it's a conspiracy theory, right? But like, how many times does it happen to you day in, day out? Day in, day out, right? I mute all my shit. Like, no, you ain't gonna listen to me. If I want to change the lights, I'm gonna do it on my phone. I'm gonna click on the app. I'm gonna change the lights, right? But you're exactly right. That's, I mean, it's
Man, there's this
the
one time when the entire family was eating dinner, right? And then we have Alexas, in every room, right? And then freaking Alexa in our living room, which is the next room, started talking to herself. And then the entire family, even the kids, my youngest was like, "What? Who's that?" I'm like, "That's Alexa." And my eldest was like, "Alexa's crazy." And I was like, "Yes,
Alexa's
yes,
crazy.
babe. Alexa is crazy. She's talking to herself, telling herself a story. No one was
But
talking to Alexa."
like, think about that though. Think about that, right? Alexa listens to you, and
Yeah,
what do they do when you open up your Amazon app? They try to push products in your face that you were talking about. Dude, it may, like, I don't know, whoever, like, I don't think it's wrong. I personally don't think it's wrong. Like, if I'm already talking about batteries and it pops up in the front of the page, I'm gonna click on that battery because you know why? I don't need to spend X amount of seconds to search for the better battery.
yeah,
If you're gonna give me the cheapest option
yep.
or more bang for my buck, I don't care if it's 7 million batteries for $3. I'll buy that shit. You know what I'm saying?
So there's pros and cons when it comes to these antitrust policies, right?
Mm-hmm.
I take the neutral side. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it's fucked up that they're gathering all these data. I'm in marketing. Marketing is all about gathering data, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can also use that to your advantage
Mm-hmm.
because I'm in marketing. That's my business. So I want it to flourish. So in my advantage, how am I going to use this to my advantage? Obviously, collect all the data and then just for example, if Nico is looking for batteries, I'll feed him batteries.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to feed him, a sandwich. Feed him batteries. If he's looking for batteries, I'm going to push batteries on his Facebook. I'm not going to show
Until
him
he
a
buys the
restaurant.
fucking batteries, right?
Yeah.
Right?
And it's just crazy because the cons for it is that they're always listening to you.
Yeah, they're always listening to us, and we don't know where they're selling their data to. They could be selling the data to the companies that they have housed on their advertisers, right? I mean, to push more ads, maybe. I get it, but that's what capitalism is. We
Yeah.
Right? That's what capitalism is in a nutshell. Like, people who cry communism and are scared of communism. Well, okay, cool. Let's get rid of all of this. And do you really want me to waste 75 minutes just to find a fucking battery on Amazon? No. I could give a chicken fried fuck what they want to push on me. I'm gonna buy that shit because it's easy, it's convenient, it shows
Yeah.
up in 2 days. I don't have to leave the house. Dude, the convenience factor. We're all living in a convenient world.
So here's my question: do you think Amazon is worth $3,000 a share?
Amazon is, to me, if you're going to ask me, this is just my personal opinion,
I'm a firm
right?
believer. I think they're just getting started
They're just getting started, bro. I could see
because I
Amazon.
think them taking over Whole Foods. Have you been to a cashierless Amazon
Yeah,
Go.
yeah, the one in the city,
They're
the
all
one,
over
the
the
one
city. Yeah,
downtown. Yeah, the one
in San
downtown.
Francisco. Yeah,
Yeah,
I which one's by? Is it by Market?
yeah. I mean, there's a whole bunch in the financial district. They're everywhere.
I passed by it. They have a security guard, which is understandable, okay, because you don't have cashiers. For the ones who've never heard of an Amazon cashierless, what do they call it? Amazon
I
Go?
think it's called an Amazon Go,
Amazon Go. Okay.
right?
I'm
But
not
it's
sure
also
if it's
code for shoplifting
yeah,
because that's
yeah.
what it feels like.
So cashierless, and basically you got to have an Amazon account. You just grab whatever you want, and then they charge it automatically on your account. You're in and out within like sometimes in less than a minute, right? And they don't have to check your bags, whatever, and whatever you grab off the shelf, you automatically get charged.
Hmm.
So I passed by it and I was like, man, this is a great concept. You don't have labor, low maintenance,
Very low maintenance.
so low maintenance, less of a
Very low
headache,
maintenance.
because first of all, you don't have that many HR issues, right?
No,
Yeah.
like nobody's gonna complain.
And then just rack up on your revenue and just rinse and repeat. So yes, I mean I'm bullish on Amazon.
It's just it's so fucking expensive, dude.
Man,
It's
imagine
so
if they do a
expensive.
split, like a
Oh,
30-to-1 split.
splits are music to my ears.
Let's talk about Apple,
Um,
man. But
no,
um,
let
just
like all right. So maybe this will help, right? Because when I first started trading, right? Remember when I first started trading, I would always try to find the cheapest dollar amounts,
yep,
right? Always the cheapest dollar amounts. Give me your philosophy on picking the cheapest dollar amounts as opposed to going blue chip.
perfect. Okay,
Explain blue chip first. I mean, we're all novices here.
blue chip stocks. Those are your, I don't want to say secured or guaranteed, and that's a really gray area when it comes to the stock market. There's no such thing as secured, guaranteed profits, guaranteed wins, guaranteed growth. Because hell, who knows? I mean, tomorrow the entire world might blow up, right? But what I'm trying to say here is that blue chip stocks are the ones that you just want to hold on to. Blue chip stocks
Yeah.
are large, mega large caps. Okay, and for example, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Google, Tesla.
Mhm.
Um, all of these companies have been around for years. We're talking about decades, years. Some companies have been around for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
And these are the stocks that you want to hold on to in your nest egg. And again, that little disclaimer, there's no guarantees,
Nope.
but
None
these
whatsoever.
stocks will pay you out eventually if you hold on to the longer term. Um,
And that's what we call dividend plays, right? If
No,
we're gonna start
there's a
talking about
difference
that.
between value stocks and dividend stocks. Value and growth stocks. These are your um, low caps, mid caps stocks, and
So for the people who don't know, mid cap is in terms
mid
of market cap.
market cap. Yeah, M- mid cap is basically, everyone has their own definition. To me, a mid cap would be anything above 10 billion and 50 billion. Okay,
Mhm.
anything above 50 billion market cap, that's your large cap right there. Anything above 100 billion, that's your mega caps. I just want to let you guys know Apple is a 1 point, what is it right now,
1.8,
1.7,
1.8 trillion.
1.8 trillion
Trillion.
trillion in market cap.
That hurt my head. Like, can you imagine?
1.8 trillion.
Trillion.
And I think they have, I haven't read the financials. I think they have about 200 is it $billion in the bank?
They're cash. They're cash flowing. They're liquid as fuck.
It's crazy. They can buy an entire country.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can. Yeah, I could definitely see that they can. And they're. I feel like these FANG stocks, right? If we talk about FANG stocks, it's Facebook, Apple,
Yeah.
Netflix, Google. Those are the big four that are carrying the market currently because they just keep going up.
Yeah.
But they're essentially their own countries. That's why they were in front of the judiciary or whatever that committee is, because they don't. Nobody understands. They don't.
Man,
The
California
government
should
doesn't
just be their
understand.
own country. Didn't we had a vote for that
Did we?
just recently, right? It was on the news last year? It
What,
was
California?
California trying to segregate itself or
Oh,
separate itself.
the union.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
mean, dude,
be its own country.
can you imagine if California? That's way. That I think that's way too political, right?
I know, I know, I
That's
know.
way too
But
political.
going back to why cheap stocks are cheap and expensive stocks are expensive is because you're comparing Toyota, okay, a Toyota Corolla to, let's say, a Lamborghini.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Okay, same things, right? They're both cars. Okay, if we're gonna compare, let's say, a no-name stock to Apple, they're both still stocks. Okay, they're both stocks, but one's cheap, one's expensive. Okay. Matter of fact, I don't want to put a Lambo. Let's just put something that's more affordable, like I don't know, a Mercedes or
Mercedes,
BMW,
yeah.
whatever. So what I was trying to say is that like a no-name stock and comparing it to Apple, they're both still stocks, right? But when it comes to fundamentals, okay, where do they stand? Apple is one of the biggest companies in the world, huge, huge reserves in the bank, okay? They're known worldwide and shit. They might even be with us, for the next 100 years.
Mhm, mhm,
What I'm
mhm.
trying to say here is that, like, I think they're just getting started. Like, they blew earnings. They blew earnings, and I missed out.
Out the water, dude. Out the water. But before we talk about that, right? So essentially, what you're trying to get at is the stock that's trading for $5 today, right? As opposed to buying Apple, you're basically paying a premium for security that it's not as volatile as your Modernas, as your right, because those go up and down so much.
Yeah, cheap stocks are cheap for a reason. You know, they're there because if you want to get a nice rush, cheap
Mhm.
stocks will go up. I don't know, 20%, 30%. Fucking Kodak was up 400%.
Bro,
The fuck is Kodak trying to do pharmaceuticals now? They're trying to produce a vaccine.
that's what I was asking. Like, what's Polaroid doing now? Let me get on some Polaroid real quick.
Exactly. Right? So where's your fundamentals there?
Nonsensical. Can you imagine waking up the next day and you see Kodak, which was trading what, 222
$2, yeah.
last Friday, 222. Monday it shoots up to like $56. $56. And this is a good lesson for a lot of people. And this is
Yeah.
something that I've learned too, right?
Yeah.
This is something that I've witnessed firsthand, right? Because of FOMO, right? When you start trading, you have this innate need. It's a need, right? It's a need to make the biggest pop. It's a need for you to get and prove everybody that you can do this, right? Right. So imagine a novice trainer. I'm still a novice. I'm not saying I'm an expert or anything, but because of what you've taught me before is to look at the data, right? Look at the data. So I've made this mistake before when I had FOMO and I said, you know what? Let's shoot for the moon and see what happens. So what I did is I got in a position, didn't think about the fundamentals, didn't worry about it. I said, you know what? It's gonna go up. It's gonna go up, right? So got in a position, put $1,000 in. I thought it was gonna go up another $500. It fucking dumped. It dumped because I wasn't paying attention to the fundamentals. I didn't do any research. I saw a big pop and I wanted to ride the wave. And case in point, Kodak this week. People got in. I'm pretty sure people saw the pump, right? People saw the pump and what price they get in.
So it went up all the way to like 50, and then now it's at what, 16?
Yeah,
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 $16 a share.
yeah, $16. Can you imagine that? Like waking up on Monday and you see a pump and it was at 44. right? 44. You get in at 44, excited. You're juiced. You're excited, right? You're in
I want
44.
more.
I want more, right? You're bumping in there. You're
You're
dumping. You're pumping. You're pumping,
That's
pumping,
when
right?
you've messed up.
And then it shoots up to 56 or 68 or some ungodly number. Can you imagine the if you look at that, you see the amount that you've made, and you're like, I am never letting go because there's only way to go but up. And then a second later, it shoots down to 33. So your $44 per share went down to 33. You just lost $11 of how many fucking shares that you got, and it didn't recover. It didn't fucking recover. You
Yep.
know how gut wrenching that is? Dude, that I would cry, and I have. I've cried over that same exact scenario when I first started trading.
When I'll give you guys a quick perspective. Okay, that $11 loss per share. Okay, give you a perspective. If you had 100 shares, okay, you would have lost 1,100 within like hours.
Mm-hmm.
That's someone's paycheck, right, for a week,
Mm-hmm.
and you did it in a few hours. You know, look at it this way, in a different potential. Flip the story on this one. Let's look at Apple. Now we talked about cheap stocks that are cheap. There's a reason that's why they're cheap. We're going to talk about expensive stocks and why are they so damn expensive, right? We're going to use Apple because Apple was on the news the entire week. On the flip side, if you had 100 shares of Apple come Monday, let's say you put in 40 grand, right? Monday. Friday, you would have came out with how much?
I mean, it was
100
what,
shares.
100 shares. It's at 427 right now. You would have made another 2,700.
There you go. So
2,700.
when I trade, I always look for two things: fundamentals and technicals. And we're gonna get into technicals eventually. Technicals is basically charting. It's the boring stuff. Fundamentals is where you just look at a company and it just makes sense, right? Why would you invest your money in Kodak, who's like 120 something years old, and you got Apple, who's barely getting started, right? Great fundamentals, great background, great leadership, great product. We have Apple everywhere now. So it just, why? That's my question. Why would you even go with Kodak, who pumped all the way to 50, and you pretty much lost 75% of your money a few days later? And when in the case of Apple, again, geez, are you guys hearing all these fucking kids? You hearing this?
Bro, that's working from home. Working from home. We're in theme. We're in
Working
theme.
from home.
We're in theme, dude. We are definitely in theme.
These kids. Oh man, I can't say this on camera. um, but anyways, going back to my Apple stock, just where the potential is. Yes, both of them have potentials, right? You can get your money from Kodak from what, $2 all the way to $50. That's an insane amount. If you had 1,000 shares, let's say if you put down $2,000 in Kodak, okay, and it shot up to $50 a share. Now, for the ones who don't trade, at home, if you do the math, $50 a share, and if you have 1,000 shares,
50
okay,
bands.
in 1 week you could have made your $2,000 could have made you 50,000 within like a few days. How insane is that? That's the beauty of the stock market, but at the same time, that's what we call a pump and dump. Okay, it's a penny stock. Okay. Now, for the folks who are into investing and just getting some skin in the game, I don't recommend that. I don't recommend pump and dump stocks, penny stocks. There's a reason that's why they're called penny stocks. They're I don't want to call them garbage, because some of them actually make it out of the penny land. But going back to Apple, Apple's expensive for a reason. It's because everyone is using this, nowadays, or their computer. You're probably on your MacBook, or my AirPods, which I can't find, or my
Have
iPad.
you,
My iPad's right
have
here. So
you
in
got
this room alone, I have about like 6 Apple products.
yeah? That that
Like
that's on the low end.
on the low end. And
Yeah.
tell me if you have any Kodak products in your room right now.
Well, the last disposable camera I've ever owned was back in
Because this
2003.
this thing can take pictures, take
Yeah.
videos, take everything, right? They're penny stocks for a reason, and for the ones who's getting started into trading, um, stick with the fundamentals. Stick with the ones that you actually see, every single day. It's not a financial advice, but I'd rather invest in something that I use every single day.
Yeah, that's the first thing that he ever told me. He's like, take a look around in your room, look at the logos. You tell me what brands are in your immediate vicinity,
Yeah,
and those are the companies that you would probably want to invest in because that's the company that everybody has,
yeah,
right? Right?
exactly.
Right? Exactly.
You got it.
I'm not investing in Trojans anytime soon because why? I don't have any. That's just the way it is, right? Um, but yeah, thanks for that advice. I think we've covered some good stuff, and I think this for the first episode of Trading Daddies. That still sounds extra kinky. I think
Bro,
that's
trading daddy sounds kinky, man. It's like we're swapping like husbands.
like trading spouses, but
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. My wife's still gonna get a Filipino.
exactly. So for the first episode of Trading Daddies, quick shoot around any stocks you are bullish on going into the week.
Oh man, a lot. Clorox. I'm actually bullish on Etsy.
Okay, okay, okay.
Etsy, because Etsy and Pinterest, they go hand in hand. And when Pinterest ran, Etsy actually shot up, I think 5 to 7%, even though it
Okay.
had no news. Pinterest carried Etsy, and Etsy's reporting next week. So I'm actually bullish on Etsy. Did I mention Clorox?
Yeah, the Clorox.
Clorox is just. I think Clorox is. I think they're gonna have a great year. Um, Etsy and Apple. I'm excited for Apple for this month because of their stock split, 4-to-1
It,
stock split.
I have a feeling that that's all I'm going to play is Apple
Yeah.
throughout August. There's a possibility. There's a big possibility that's all I'm going to be playing is Apple, Apple, Apple
Yeah.
because of how bullish it is. There's so many catalysts. So when we say catalyst, these are events in the real world that are currently happening that could potentially make the stock pop. So first and foremost, earnings was last week. Great, amazing earnings. You
Yep.
saw the pump
Yes,
from
sir.
387 to 427.
Yep.
That is ungodly, right? So that right there is a good catalyst. We have a new iPhone this year that's about to drop a new form factor, the 12, right? And it's going to be. We all know people are going to buy that. There's so many people that are on like an iPhone Forever program with their carriers. It goes without saying you're going to get that on the first day. There's so many people working from home, right? Working from home, and they're going to be what their companies are most likely going to buy more Apple products. A lot of
Yep.
people are on MacBooks or Macs or whatever, right? They're
Yep.
going to keep the hardware sales going. Last but not the least, which we will talk about on the next episode, is the split, right? This is the split. This is the almighty Apple split, and we will explain to you what we know so that you could also make an informed decision on the new split that's about to come this month.
A lot of things, man. I'm excited for Apple. I'm excited for this month.
I'm excited in general.
We're also going to talk about dividend investing, and I'm going to show you guys.
I like that.
I'm going to show you guys. I'm actually going to dump a huge amount because I made some decent coin last month or July, yesterday, which was yesterday. I made some decent coin last month. I'm actually going to throw. I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm looking at 5 companies that I'm going to just dump money in there and then just watch it I'm going to show you guys how dividend investing can actually create passive residual income. And the stock market, you can go in different avenues, and as long as the outcome is income, man, you guys will be happy about this because
I believe that was spoken by the Almighty Drake.
calm that ass, man. As long as the outcome is the income, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm super excited because I want to show you guys why I'm buying these 5 companies. Because they have great backgrounds, they have great fundamentals, and that's why I'm investing in them. And I want to show you guys the return that I'm going to be getting every single month and every 3 months from there. And I just did the math. I think in 1 year, if I obviously dump all this money in these 5 different stocks, it will return me about 4 to 5 grand just in dividends in 1 year. Yeah. So
Imagine another $4,000 in your bank account just by passive income. I
exactly,
think that's
you don't
very
do
powerful.
anything. Yeah, you just let it sit. So just imagine we were talking about your bank that will that didn't give you
Penny.
jack
Give me a penny.
shit,
Yeah, give me a penny.
right? And they'll charge you $5 a month for a maintenance fee.
Yeah, because I don't have enough in there.
Bro, fucking Bank of America, man. But yeah, be excited for this segment. I want to talk about dividend investing as well. It's really cool. There's a lot into it, and if you don't do anything and your money is working for you, fuck. I think that's the start right there. You
And I
made it.
and I think working from home definitely gives us a lot of time to think about the future because we don't know. We're still under a pandemic. We're still under a virus that we don't know where it's going to go. I mean, me, I am very bullish that it's going to go for longer, right? So, with that being said, I mean, take the lessons that that John will definitely provide because he's the god in all of this,
Oh yeah,
in my
fucking right.
opinion, right? But this has been a great episode. What do you think? Solid, right?
Great,
Solid
yeah.
episode. So this will be up on YouTube in the next couple of days. Um, I mean, I'm excited for this journey that we're going to go into. This is going to be happening every week, right? Expect an episode. I think every maybe Sunday. Let's see where the recording. We got to get that down. We got to get that down. But if you have any questions, comments, concerns, link that in the YouTube boxes below, or follow us on our Instagram page at Trading Daddies. Um,
Trading Daddy.
Trading
Ah
Daddies.
man,
Dude, it's real. We have an
it's
Instagram.
so provocative.
It's so provocative. If you have any trading questions, shoot out John at John C Trades. If you guys want to join the Discord, please shoot out and ask us on the Trading Daddies Instagram page or John's Instagram page. We'll add you to Discord. It is for free. Um, and other than that, I think we're good to go. We'll see you guys next week. Any follow ups on your end?
Don't have kids.
Dude, have children. Like fuck, dude.
I'm
Just
out.
not just negative 567, dude.
Oh,
567 is the lock. It is the lock. If there's nothing else, thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate it. We love you guys, and let's start trading.
all right. I'll see you guys.
Bye, guys.